Hey you guys, it's me Morgan, and today I'm super excited to bring you this video because I finally did 23andMe. And if you guys don't know what 23andMe is, basically like DNA testing to figure out what your background is and all that good stuff. So last month 23andMe was having a sale, so I went and got it. It was $79, and this video is not sponsored by them. I used my hard-earned good money to buy this myself. So my big sister, I call her my big sister Kaya, she got it, and I was like, oh, I want to get it too. So I went and got mine. So I think it took about like 3 weeks to get the results back. Like literally every day I'll be checking to see if they were up yet, and I felt like it took forever. She got hers back a week before me, and yeah, so my whole plan was to like look at the results on camera so you guys could see my reaction to them. But when I woke up this morning, they were there, and I just could not like wait to look at it, so I just went ahead and looked. So the reason why I wanted to do this was because I just am curious, like what is actually in me, what's in my DNA. And then my mom, she's very light, very light. So I'm gonna post a picture of my mom. So this is a picture of my mom. Okay, so that's my mom. Clearly her side is mixed with some stuff, okay? And then my dad, I'll post a picture of my dad. So just looking at my dad, you can tell he's just, you know, African American, basically just a straight on look. You can tell he's black. So my dad used to joke around with me and say that I was like part Asian, but literally when I was born I looked like a miniature baby sumo wrestler. My eyes were really slanted and I was chunky. So here's a picture of me when I was a baby. Okay, so as y'all can see, like my eyes were a little, you know, slanted, and still to this day I get like, are you part Asian? Do you have some kind of Asian in you? So when I asked my mom and dad, there's not any Asian in me that they know of. So I'm just like, okay, where is that coming from? Whatever. But yeah, so I finally had the results and I'm so excited to share. So it had me wondering, like, do I have Asian in me? Am I part Asian? Like, I love Hello Kitty. I love sushi. Sushi's Japanese. Like, I love all that. So do I have some of that inside of me or not? Okay, so enough with the chit chat talking. I'm going to pull it up and tell you guys my results, and I'm going to try to put it on the screen so you can see it as well. I'm not really that tech savvy in that aspect, but I'm going to try to put it up so you can see what it looks like and all that. Okay, so when I first log in, it says ancestry composition, and it has my name, and it says Morgan 100%. So I am definitely Morgan, of course. So then it has a breakdown, and so the highest percentage says sub-Saharan African, and that is 74.9%. So when I break down sub-Saharan African, it says 69.5% West African, Central and South African 2.8%, and broadly sub-Saharan African 2.6%. So I am about 3/4 African, which makes sense because my dad, like, I don't think his side is really mixed at all. I think it's just, you know, straight African. And I know my mom's side's like a little mixed up. So yeah, so I know like that's mainly from my dad's side. And then the next highest percentage was European, and it says 22.2%. And it breaks it down, so it's 17.9% Northwestern European, 4.8% British Irish, and that's kind of interesting because I think my name Morgan is Irish, I believe. It means by the sea, and I love the water. But anyway, And then it says 13.1% broadly Northwestern European. It has Southern European, and then it says East Asian 2.1%. So I am 2.1% Asian, okay? But the Asian is coming basically from Southeast Asia, and I really need to look up the countries in Southeast Asia because I really don't know which ones those are. And like the other Asian ones are places like Japan and stuff like that, and I don't have any of those inside of me. So yeah, and then it says unassigned 0.7. So I'm gonna make it bigger so you guys can see like all of it. But yeah, East Asian, I don't have any in me, and that's Japanese, Korean, Mongolian, Chinese, so I don't have any of that. But yeah, I thought this was so interesting. And then if you scroll down and look, it says your ancestry timeline at the bottom. So I was trying to figure out like when did these people, you know, like when were they here, you know? That makes sense. But it says West African. It says you most likely had a great-grandparent, second great-grandparent, or a third great-grandparent who was 100% West African. And that person was likely born between 1840 and 1900, which is a long time ago. So I'm thinking on my dad's side, like one of his grandparents or great-grandparents was 100% West African. And then the next one is the British and Irish, and it says likely had a third great-grandparent, fourth great-grandparent, fifth or sixth, who was 100% British and Irish, who was likely born in the 1750s and 1840s, which was a very, very long time ago. So that's coming from my mom's side probably. So yeah, and then it also, which is cool on here, when you go to reports, it has your Neanderthal history, which I'm so confused on what that is, but it says you have 57 Neanderthal variants. Neanderthal is like a monkey, I think. So I don't know, like, some people think we come from monkeys, but I don't think we're part monkey, or if that makes sense. But yeah, it's very interesting. So I don't really know what it means, but you know, all I see is 57 and a monkey next to it, but I'm not a monkey at all, okay? I'm a human, I'm not a monkey. But yeah, so this is really cool because you can go on here and like if your other family members do, you can like connect with each other and see their stuff. My mom was like, you don't need to do that. They don't need to have your DNA and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, it's not that serious, because if somebody wants my DNA, they can literally, like, if I'm at a restaurant, take the glass that I drank out of and get my DNA. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So I told her what it was, and she was like, oh my gosh, I want to do it now. So now she's gonna do it, which I think will be cool, because I know my mom's side is very, very diverse and mixed up. So it'll be cool to see like what's going on with her side. My dad, I don't think he really cares about it, because when I told him my results, he was just like, oh, it's so cool. So I don't think he really cares too much about it. But yeah, so I have to show my brother, because clearly my brother and I should have the same DNA, because we have the same parents, unless there, oh gosh, unless there was a little, you know, something else going on. But we have the same parents, so our DNA is the same. So if you have like brothers and sisters, DNA is the same because you came from the same parents, which makes sense, right? So yeah, so I think this was just really super cool. I just wanted to come and show you guys the results. So basically I'm 75% black, West African, which I think is cool, and then I'm like 25% European, which I think is really cool too. And I really want to know like what countries they're all from. So I think I'm gonna do the ancestry DNA too. I just randomly picked 23andMe, So I know Ancestry DNA also has a sale too, and it's $80, $79. So I think I'm going to do that soon, so I can just compare the two. And I think Ancestry DNA might break it down some more. I'm not sure, but we will find out and see. So I'll be doing another one and comparing them. But if you guys have tried it, please let me know. If you guys were like shocked about your background, you're surprised, like let me know what you guys are, because I think it's super cool. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I think they still like update this as time goes on or something, I don't know, but if they do, if anything drastic changes, I'll definitely show you guys. But I think it's really cool. Oh yeah, it also has location of your DNA relatives. So based off your DNA, it shows like where most of your DNA relatives may live. And I have a lot in like California, Texas, Florida, which is weird because my family is from Pennsylvania and Kentucky and North Carolina. So I thought that was interesting. And then it says, compared to the average 23andMe customers, your DNA relatives are 59% less likely to have skydive. They give like this random information on here. 58% more likely to drink energy drinks. 55% less likely to run a marathon. Yeah, it's just like really interesting. 30% more likely to be a superstar. That's really crazy. So, yeah, they give you like these random facts. This is really interesting. 10% more likely to smell asparagus in their pee. Let me tell you guys, the first time, this is like TMI, but the first time I ever had asparagus, I went to use the bathroom and I was like, oh my god, what does that smell? And then I asked my friend and she was like, you ate asparagus? And I was like, yeah, and it makes your pee stink. I mean, it happens to some people, but yeah, it's probably too much information, but I thought that was interesting. But yeah, so I'll leave the link to 23andMe below. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.